statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. And if I had a little sound on my headset, we'd be great. Hope you're doing well and your day's going well. And I'm glad you're there, and I'm glad to be here with you. And you hear me say frequently that Let's Talk Nutrition is coast to coast, including Hawaii. And we continue to add affiliates across the U.S. And I'd like to welcome KHUC 99.3 FM in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. And my thanks to Paul Coates of Coates Media and Billy, the engineer at the station, for putting the show on the air, making the show possible, and bringing it into your community. We're delighted to be with you. And for the folks, of course, that live in Pine Bluff, you know KHUC. It's the home team for news, weather, sports, and information. It's all good. And for those folks in Pine Bluff, listeners, remind you that you can visit letstalknutrition.com. And the shows are on demand there in case you miss a show. The audio portion is under a link called Show Schedule at letstalknutrition.com. And the videos are on the homepage, and the rest, some are, and the rest of them are on, there's a link that is going to take you to, where's that going, Stephen or Josh? The videos? You got to pay attention to me, man.
Sorry. The YouTube page?
Yes. And we'll make sure that, if you ever have a question about the show, you can always contact me, too, at Dr. Garko at letstalknutrition.com.
Yeah, the YouTube is Let's Talk Nutrition /YouTube, I believe.
There you go. But there's a link right there. And so, again, we're very happy to have you here. And the show will air every day around this time. And we make our way one show at a time, one guest at a time, one affiliate at a time. Again, welcome to KHUC 99.3 FM, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. So, for the folks in Pine Bluff, you'll come to learn that each day I open the show with a monologue, and I usually report on stories and studies that are trending in the news. And this morning, there are two stories that are related in an unusual way. I guess, I don't want to be negative. You'll see what I mean. The first story talks about drinking more water. Now, it took me a long time to get it into my thick head that I needed to drink more water, and I have to really be so conscious about that and force myself to do it. It's a habit, and you got to develop. Some people have that habit naturally, and they just drink a lot of water, a couple liters a day. And that's fine, good habit. And you might want to know that there are some health benefits associated with increasing your water consumption every day. This new study out of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign examined the dietary habits of more than 18,300 U.S. adults and found that the majority of those people who increased their consumption of just plain water by 1%, that was all, reduce their total daily calorie intake as well as their consumption of, that the usual suspects: saturated fat, sugar, sodium, and cholesterol. And if you're watching the show, Josh just highlighted that section of the press release where that was reported. This is good news. This is a small win. This is what I call a small win, and I'm a big fan of small wins because small wins add up to big wins eventually. You accumulate them along the way. This is a small win. It's not going to change the whole landscape of your health, but it can make a contribution. And I should pay attention to what I'm saying and try to drink more water. I see, Josh always has a bottle of water. So does Stephen. I should follow their example. How about that? So drink the water. Now, that being said, there's a study that was trending this morning from Elsevier Health Sciences. And doctors, of all people, doctors now, are warning people around the world about the impending public health crisis related to what? Not obesity this time, climate change. And they're proposing a call for action to help prepare the world for what they believe is ahead and the consequences of climate change, not only on the health of the planet, but on your health and my health. Now, I know there are people out there in the world that think climate change is science fiction. I am not one of those people. I have a point of view about this. I've looked at the science. I've looked at the data. This show is about show me the data. Your opinion is fine. And everybody's entitled to their opinion, but they're not entitled to their own facts. That includes me. And I am persuaded by the data that have been accumulated by different scientific organizations, groups, and scientists across the world. And the data tell me that climate change is real. And the data also tell me that there are noticeable impacts on the environment and global health. What do we notice? Extreme weather events, such as increased temperatures, drought, rising sea levels, all of which, the confluence of which, adversely affect our ability to grow food, access clean water, relation to the first story, and work safely outdoors. This is not science fiction. You can argue all day long, is it natural? Is it human-made, or is it both? You can argue that. Have at it. Go ahead. All I know is that there's data that tells me something is amiss. Something is going on with the climate. This review that was published in the Annals of Global Health. And as I said, doctors in this review are warning of the impending public health crisis associated with climate change. And they said in the press release for the study that as people begin to experience this, what is undeniably an unprecedented shift in temperature, we've seen the start of the immense impact climate change is having on people around the world, especially people living in low-income countries. You have to have a point of view, and you have to have an opinion. And around here, we embrace difference of opinion, and people disagree, and I'm good with that. I don't like to be disagreeable. It's how you disagree. And people can have an honest conversation, discussion, and even passionate argument about this business of climate change. But to say that it is science fiction, that climate change is not real, I don't know. I just, with all due respect, I just can't go there. And one of the authors in the study, Dr. Barry Levy, He's a professor in the Department of Public Health and Community Medicine at Tufts University School of Medicine, said, quote, as global temperature increases, rich countries' economies continue to prosper, but the economic growth of poor countries is seriously impaired. Dr. Levy continued, the consequences for economic growth in poor countries will be substantial if we continue on a business-as-usual path of increasing carbon dioxide concentrations and rapid climate change with poor countries. Mean annual growth rate decreasing from 3.2% to 2.6%. Close quote. We live in a systemic world. Everything is interconnected. What happens in Zambia, what happens in Saigon, what happens in Texas, what happens in Pittsburgh, it relates to everybody and everything. This is just the way the world's connected now. And the climate, and it's always been connected like that. And we can't say, well, I live in a place where everything is just fine. Maybe for the moment. I'm just saying, get educated about climate change, keep your mind open, and take a look at the data. We want to be able to drink water every day. It would be a sad state. Now, they make movies, science fiction movies about, like Mad Max and all these movies where you see that there's no water and they're fighting over water and resources. And water, it becomes critical. I know, it sounds like science fiction. After all, we've engaged in wars over what? Real estate. We've been doing that since time immemorial. It's not a big inferential leap to conclude that we would be engaging in wars about water if water becomes a scarce resource. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast, including Hawaii, and KHUC 99.3 FM, Pine Bluff, Arkansas. New to the show. We'll be back with Stevi Schmidt.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone-nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Are you tired of taking vitamin pills or powders? How about gummy vitamins with high fructose corn syrup or coloring? Finally, you have a choice with Nature's Dynamic whole food gummy supplements and probiotics made by a dad. Imagine getting benefits of your garden in a delicious gummy supplement. Nature's Dynamics utilizes organic, plant-based vitamin and mineral sources with non-GMO, gluten, soy, and dairy-free ingredients in a delicious gummy for the whole family. Nature's Dynamics has berry garden gummies made by a dad. multivitamin omega-3 and probiotics for kids, Body Boost joint relief, Whole Food bone and calcium gummy, Whole Food immune and vitamin C gummy, Whole Food omega-3 gummy, Be Beautiful hair, skin, and nails gummy, Prenatal Plus gummy, Whole Food probiotics for digestive support, and Body Boost energy and wellness multivitamin for him and her in a delicious, easy-to-digest gummy. To learn more about Nature's Dynamics or to find a retailer near you, visit naturesdynamics.com or madebyadad.com. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements, made by a dad.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you've never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Hey. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition, Climate Change included.
Catch you early there.
What's that?
I tried to catch you early there. Doc was goofing off in between segments.
Playing with my headset. Yeah. Stevi Schmidt is my guest. The stuff that goes off, we should have off what goes on off the air, on the air. That would be entertaining. Nevertheless, BSN is a company that's been around a while. They've made their reputation as a sports nutrition company, and they've been a guest. They've been a sponsor of my show over the years. You know, from time to time, come for a while, then they leave, come back, and that's like, you know, a lot of sponsors do that. And they've recently been on sponsoring the show, and we're delighted to have them. Stevi Schmidt has been their spokesperson. Now, they would do better if they would find somebody with a lot of enthusiasm. I mean, you know, Stevie, if you had any more enthusiasm, we'd have to, of course, I'm being ironic. I'm kidding. Yeah. I always like how you have a nice vibe, man. You're always amped, no matter what time of the day. And you always like that, or what?
I guess I am. I have no choice. I love my job. I love this industry. I love the brand. So
good for you.
You know, when you love what you do, it gives you that.
It makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how have you been?
I have been good. Traveling a lot. I'm actually getting ready to go to the Arnold in Ohio this weekend. I'm in Nashville now.
You have to tell people what the Arnold is. Some listeners may not know what the Arnold is.
Oh, yes. So the Arnold Classic, it is a bodybuilding and fitness expo put on by Arnold Schwarzenegger himself.
The former governor of California, movie star and whatnot, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Does he show up for that thing? Does Arnold show up for that?
He does. He does every year.
Yeah. How's he looking in person?
He looks great. I mean, the guy, he's probably, 1,000 years old by now. He looks awesome. He looks great.
Oh, my God. I don't know if you heard one of my opening stories was about drinking water. Do you drink enough water?
Ah, God, I wish I could say yes to that question.
You and I suffer from the same I have to really work at it, Stevie. Do you have to do the same thing?
I do. Plus, traveling so much, I'll be sitting on a plane, and I kind of have this dialogue in my head, like, should I drink a lot of water and then get up and go to the bathroom 5 times, or just get a nap in and then drink water later? So
I take the nap.
yeah, I take the nap.
I take the nap. I was on the BSN. You can visit the BSN website. It's www.gobsn.com. And I wanted to ask you, have you used any of their protein products to, like, make Syntha-6 blueberry protein cheesecake or Syntha-6 banana bread? I typically, this is not a cooking show, but I wanted to talk about it for a little bit, how you can use the BSN protein product, because they're so tasty to cook with. Have you made any of these recipes?
I have not, actually. They've made them at headquarters and brought them out, and they taste so good. It was the blueberry protein cheese.
Josh, if you can go to www.gobsn.com, click on products, and then scroll down, and you'll see the recipe for these protein cheesecake. I'm showing a picture of it. It looks yum.
It's so good.
It looks like profound nutritional sin, but it's pretty healthy. I'm looking at the ingredients. Scoop and a half of BSN Syntha-6 vanilla. 12 ounces of fat-free cream cheese. 10 ounces of fat-free Greek yogurt, 2 whole eggs, 3/4 cup of stevia, a quarter cup of 1% milk, teaspoon of vanilla, 1 cup of fresh strawberries, a 6-inch cake tin, and parchment paper. Man, it looks yum. You've had it, huh?
I have, and it tastes so good, because sometimes protein recipes, the idea is good, it looks good, and then you bite into it, and it's just a huge disappointment, and you question all of your life decisions.
We're showing an image. I'm telling you, that looks really
so good.
Yum. Oh my goodness, look at that thing. At letstalknutrition.com. That Syntha-6 is a protein product from BSN. We'll come back. I'll tell you about Syntha-6. But there are other recipes that they have. They have Syntha-6 banana. I love banana bread. All right, we'll look at that recipe too. Stevi Schmidt is my guest, always amplified, animated, and ready to talk. That's why she's on the show. We love her. We'll be back.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nutrex Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016, coast to coast, including Hawaii. My guest is Stevie Nicks, spokesperson educator for BSN. Pretty darn good company. Visit their website, gobsn.com. And they make a terrific, and I tell you, terrific protein products, high in quality. But they figured out how to make these protein products, these powders that you can mix with water, whatever you want, almond milk, whatever you want to use, taste fabulous. They taste so good, you can use them in cooking. And I'm talking with Stevie about some of these recipes that are at the BSN website, gobsn.com. We were talking about the Syntha-6 blueberry cheesecake. The protein product itself, Syntha-6, for the people who don't know about it, give a breakdown of that product, please, Stevie.
So the protein Syntha-6, it's probably the best tasting protein on the market. It's a blend of 6 different kinds of protein. So when you drink it, your body's going to absorb some protein faster than others. It's going to help you rebuild muscle, feel fuller throughout the day. And our main focus in making this product is to make it healthy, but also make it taste excellent. So that way, when you eat it, you don't feel like you're missing out on anything. And it's really just the texture is thick, creamy, like a milkshake. Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
Well, they're using it in that. We showed the image of the cheesecake using the Syntha-6 protein. So you can use these protein products from BSN in baking, and I highly recommend that you do it. You also have a Syntha-6, another recipe, Syntha-6 banana bread, and if you're watching the show at letstalknutrition.com, we're showing you an image of that. And if you put a piece of banana bread in front of me, it's hard for me to walk away. I mean, yeah.
My stomach is growling so bad right now looking at this.
So
Look at that.
It's amazing.
Have you had this?
I have had this, and it tastes amazing.
Yeah. Do you bake?
I do. I don't have a lot of free time, but during the holidays, I bake like a crazy person.
Okay. The recipe on this isn't bad. The recipes are at gobsn.com. You got 2 scoops of Syntha-6 vanilla protein powder, 1 large banana, 3 egg whites. We're good so far. A half a cup of low-fat plain Greek yogurt. We're good. 3/4 cup of oats. There's some fiber. 1/4 cup of stevia. That's what they're using to sweeten the product, the cake. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. That's relatively healthy.
Oh, yeah.
It even tastes good with the stevia, baking with the stevia, huh?
Uh-huh, yeah. The stevia is not too sweet. I personally like the taste of stevia, and it has the name Stevie in it, so it can't be bad, right?
Yeah, stevia. Your
yeah,
boyfriend probably
excellent.
says that you're sweet, right? Stuff like that. Okay.
I think that's how they stole my name.
He should be saying that, right? That's what he should be saying. You also have chocolate protein nutty fudge brownie. Now, this has got to be, let's see what's in this is using Syntha-6 also. This is probably, boy, these look good too. You people with this. Have you had this?
I have not had this, but I've heard it tastes really, really good.
Well, it looks pretty good, I can tell you. Let's see. 1 scoop of Syntha-6 chocolate powder, 1 cup of whole wheat flour, 1/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, a quarter teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 cup of melted coconut oil, not bad, 2 eggs. These are healthy. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 3/4 cup of 80% chocolate chips. Well, there's some nutritional sin in it, but okay. That looks good too.
Yes.
So what you have to do, next time you get the day before you stay home from work and you bake all day, and then you come to the studio the next day to do the show. You drive over to Tampa, and you bring all these things with you.
Good idea.
Yeah, right. You're going to do that. Good, yeah. I'll be an astronaut before that happens. But it's a thought.
That actually isn't a bad idea. I am a junk food junkie.
Are you?
Oh, I have the worst sweet tooth ever.
Well, we were talking about that the last couple of days on my show, how to quell that sweet tooth. What have you always been that way?
I have. I mean, I grew up. My mom's Italian.
Yeah.
So we cannolis and cookies and pizzelles.
I know about all that. My mom was an Italian immigrant, and so yeah, the real deal. You even have Syntha-6 blueberry pancakes. So my point is that you can bake using those. Look good too. You can bake using these products, and they're high quality protein. Excellent protein products. How much protein do you consume a day?
Oh gosh, it hasn't been enough lately. Just because my travel schedule is just out of whack. Ideally, though, I try to have about 20 to 25 grams of protein at every meal, and I try to eat 4 to 5 times a day.
You eat that much? You're pretty thin. I mean, you don't gain weight?
No.
Well, it could be that your protein consumption is pretty high, relatively speaking. And we've talked about this on the show. Diets high in protein, the literature, there's science to support this. Diets high in protein can be a potential tool for weight loss, as evidenced by different diets that use this concept of high protein. You got the Atkins diet, you have the South Beach diet, you have the Stillman diet, all of them, the Zone diet. Those are high protein, low carb diets. We're talking about, what would be high protein? That's a good question. What's high protein? What percent of the calories consumed daily would be considered high protein? And the range would be anywhere from the 10 to 35% from protein is a recommended dietary allowance. I don't know, 25% of your calories from protein, 30% of your calories from protein would be high protein, or is that too soft?
I feel like it seems a little bit low, but that's just because that probably is because of the world I'm in. People eat, over half of their diet is protein when they're trying to really lean out. I don't think it's healthy, but 25 to 30% I think is a pretty safe number.
Some have 10 to 35% from protein. Yeah, I don't know. I think if you're trying to lose weight and you want to use it as a temporary strategy and it's not sustainable, you could boost your protein consumption up to 30, 35, 40%. But be mindful, you can't do that forever.
No.
You use it as a kickstart, and then you back off. Syntha-6. And then they have a couple of other protein products. We'll mention them when we come back. You are listening to Stevi Schmidt. She's an educator for BSN. And out there in the world, she represents the company. She goes and talks to people and retailers and whatnot. Comes on to the show from time to time. Do you happen to have a personal web page?
I do not.
Okay, we'll be back.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes. Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Be sure to visit Let's Talk Nutrition Facebook page. You know, www.letstalknutrition Facebook / you know how to find it. And then we're on Twitter, LTN Radio. I want to say Stevie Nicks. Stevi Schmidt is my guest. She's an educator for BSN. Visit gobsn.com. We were talking about some recipes that they have on their website. If you click on products, you'll find these recipes using their one protein product called Syntha-6. It's made up of 6 different proteins that are time-released. Different kinds of proteins take a little different time to digest and then metabolize. It's sort of a clever way to get protein into your body. These products are high-quality protein products. We're showing you an image of the page from BSN where these protein products exist. And yeah, Syntha-6 is one of them. Do you have another protein product?
We do. We have a couple protein products. We have Isoburn. The macros are a little bit, by macros I mean it has less fat, less carbs than Syntha-6, and the taste is equally as amazing. So you can cook with that as well. Syntha-6 is a bit better to cook with because it's more of a blend and the consistency tends to be a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But Isoburn is delicious. And what sets that apart as well, other than the macros, is it has L-carnitine and green coffee extract. So it assists with fat burning for people that are really trying to lose weight.
So that's good. The protein creates a feeling of fullness, and then you have some compounds in there, some ingredients that will help with increasing metabolism so you burn more calories. So that would be good for someone looking to do a little bit of weight management, use the Isoburn. And what's the other protein product you have?
The other protein product that we have is True Mass. It's a gainer.
That's a weight gainer.
Yeah, so we have guys or sometimes girls that are trying to gain weight, that may be a really good product for them to go to. It has, a ton of calories, a ton of carbs, fat. The taste is amazing. I mean, you can't go wrong with being free to put that much stuff in a product. And so, yeah, for people that are trying to gain weight, that's the product to go to.
No, I'll stay away from that one. I don't need to be gaining any weight. Two things I need to do is eat more protein and drink more water. Those are the two things I need to do better at as I reflect on. I know that your company is a sports nutrition company, and one of my producers asked me to ask you about one of the MMA fighters. Who is that, Josh?
Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor. Y'all, he is a one of the sports celebrities that you all sponsor, right?
Yes.
He's a bad man, that boy.
He is hardcore. He's from Ireland. So the parent company of BSN is called Glanbia, and they are based in Ireland. So
now
BSN,
we get it.
Yeah, so BSN's roots, they were a huge brand in the UFC for a long time. So we decided to go back to that, and Conor McGregor was a perfect fit. He has a huge following. He's from Ireland, and he's been doing great lately ever since we sponsored him late last year. And it's been a long time, coming. And I'm really excited. He's a great athlete to have on our team.
Is for my edification, the holding company for BSN, is it Glanbia, Glanbia? Glanbia?
Correct.
Yeah. And so they're in Ireland, and of course he's Irish. He's from Ireland. They sponsor him. That's a natural fit. Yes. He's a tough guy, boy. Jeez.
He's the sport's most polarizing figure right now. Probably of all time, yeah.
In MMA?
Oh, yeah, for sure. He took the best pages out of Muhammad Ali's book.
And uses them to promote himself.
Exactly.
See, my producers are dialed into all these different producers, and they're dialed into different things. So
No, that's great.
Yeah.
He is exactly what you said is correct. He's extremely polarizing. I mean, you either love him or you hate him. And either way, it's working great for our brand because he is great to work with. His work ethic is insane. The guy...
I know.
He is where he is for a reason.
Well, around here, we like people to love me. I don't want nobody hating me. Not good for radio. Although those political talk shows and some of those sports talk shows, They by design do that. And it's amazing. People may hate the talent that's doing the show, the host, and they listen or watch it anyway.
Yes.
You got to like that.
It's the same with Conor McGregor. People either watch him to lose or watch him to win. There is no in between.
Yeah. I would rather have people like me and love me. That's better. That's better. I don't want anybody hating me. Right, Stevie? Isn't that better? That's better, isn't it?
I agree. I don't like having enemies.
No. Life is tough enough, man. So you got the sports protein products. Of course, there are other products there and designed to support physical activity and exercise. You don't have to be an athlete to use these different products. You have creatine. You have, all these pre-workout products, one of which I've used for years that we've talked about on the show. It's a good company. And again, I tell people, pay attention to what the athletes are doing. Many of the athletes use BSN products. They're protein products. They're pre-workout or what they're called pre-workout energy products like NO Explode. I've used that forever. And you also have that in NO Explode in an RTD, ready to drink, right?
We do.
Do you ever take that on the job with you when you're traveling around and whatnot?
I do. It's funny that you asked that. I do, and it lights my hair on fire. It gives you so much energy. It's great. It's mainly used for a pre-workout, though, a ready-to-drink pre-workout. So I would highly recommend if you're going to hit the gym, grab one of those out of the cooler. It comes in watermelon, fruit punch. It's just, the flavors are awesome. But if you're just going to go to a business meeting, I wouldn't recommend drinking the whole thing.
To probably jump up on the table.
Yeah, I've done that before. I was sitting there with, cold sweats.
Go BSN. Go BSN.com and check them out. Look at those protein recipes using Syntha-6. Boy, those look yum. Well, if you ever get the urge to bake and want to bring them to the studio and come in and do the show live in studio, we'll put you on and we'll show all those goodies and we'll eat them too.
I need to get in there live. I
know it's a long drive to get here. I understand. I get it.
Oh, well, and every time I talk to you, I feel like I'm on the other side of the country. Like today, I'm in Nashville.
Oh, well, you take care of yourself. Be safe on the road. Go BSN.com. Great company, great products. We'll be back.
statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, where the host stands. We've been doing that now for a few days. Gonna see how this works out. Got this idea to do it because I've been reporting on studies that talk about the benefits of standing as opposed to long periods of sitting. If nothing else, you burn about 50 calories an hour if you stand. And we also, yesterday, if you listen to the show, it's on demand, by the way, at letstalknutrition.com. You'll learn about the health benefits associated with standing and the deleterious of health effects of sitting for long periods of time. Some people sit as much as 8 and 10 hours a day between driving to work, driving home, sitting at work, sitting watching TV. And by the way, doing all that sitting and going to the gym for 30 minutes, if you think going to the gym for 30 minutes is going to counteract the effects of all that sitting, most likely not. Although 30 minutes a day of going to the gym is better than nothing. You got to keep moving. So here at the station, they're even requiring people to use standing desks at certain portions or times of the day, certain times of the day. It's interesting. I'm going to have one of the people from inside sales here at the station come on the show. He was going to do it yesterday, but he got caught up in some meeting. Tim Marr is my guest in this portion of the show, Hawaii's best triathlete. Tim was on not long ago, gave a compelling account and story about his father, his relationship with his father, how his father taught him. I mean, it's very personal. That show is on demand. Visit letstalknutrition.com. Click on show schedule. The video's there as well. By this time, it's probably on YouTube. We keep some of the videos on the homepage to show you that we are recording the show. It streams live. And then the rest are on YouTube. There's a link. It'll take you right there. You don't even have to go and type in anything. Just hit the button. It takes you right to YouTube.
I believe they post the actual YouTube videos embedded on Let's Talk Nutrition, and we also do on WeBeamTV.com as well.
Okay, good enough. Before I chat with Tim a little bit, I wanted to share in the first portion of the show, I talked about drinking more water and why that's healthful and beneficial. Then I talked about the impact of climate change on public health. That show's on demand. It's already uploaded on my website at letstalknutrition.com. I want to share with you now in this portion of the show, before we start talking with Tim, about a study coming out of University of Missouri, Columbia. And it deals with one of my favorite topics, something that I need more of, and apparently a whole bunch of other people, sleep. And the headline on the study was Link Between Sleep and Social Participation May Be Key to Healthy Aging. Well, let's see what this is all about. As it turns out, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, pretty good outfit. It's a government outfit, federal government outfit. They do good work. I'm sorry, they do. They talk about how sleep may be one of the most important factors for well-being. I can't debate them on that. I've taken that position. That's not a hard position to take. And there's a body of work including this new study that points to how a lack of sleep has an effect on cognitive functioning. In fact, may lead to potential cognitive declines. In fact, and worse, chronic diseases, and worse yet, your demise, death. This new study finds that older adults who have trouble sleeping could benefit from participating in social activities, in particular, I'm not making this up, attending religious events, they said. A Dr. Jen Hao Chen, and I don't speak Mandarin, said, assistant professor of health sciences at MU School of Public Health Professions, said, quote, social connectedness is a key component for health and well-being for older adults. I would claim it's an important connection for everybody. Close connections to and participation in social groups provides a sense of belonging and can be essential for healthy aging, he said. Yet, given how important it is, and despite past attention to the link between social participation and many different health outcomes, there's been a paucity of research dedicated to connecting social participation and other critical outcome health outcome for older adults, in particular sleep. So they studied this relationship between sleep and social participation for older adults. And he found that sleep, just like physical activity and diet, can have significant impacts on our health outcomes and is profoundly affected by your everyday social life. And Dr. Chen said that if you want to promote sleep health, you got to consider a comprehensive approach that would involve social engagement. Apparently, people who are socially engaged, have social connections, get better sleep. That's interesting. One of the things that happens later in life, people live longer, and if they live long enough, some of their friends pass away, relatives pass away, and they find them, or they're just forgotten, worse yet. And some people, they end up having to be by themselves. And what we find is that social isolation in the later stages of life does not promote health. In fact, it accelerates aging and it accelerates death, early death for these people. That's why it's important to, and I've commented on this on other shows. I'm not going to do it today. I think we need to do a better job in our particular society in the United States and how we take care of the elderly. There's a lot of room for improvement there. And sticking somebody in a nursing home, you say, well, there's a lot of people there. I've spent my share of time visiting nursing homes. And even though there's a lot of people there, there's a lot of social isolation. People stuck in a room, the only person they ever see are the nurses. And you can see how depressed these people become. Social connectedness is fundamental to health, wellness, and well-being. And apparently, the more socially connected people are, the better they sleep, the better the quality of their sleep. And I don't need to tell you how important sleep is. Getting good, proper sleep and rest is I guess it's a small win. I mean, you don't have to move heaven and earth to get that done. You just have to make the time to do it and get to bed early enough and get the proper sleep and rest that you need. And I've talked about this, I don't know, so many times, probably put you to sleep, all the shows I've done on sleep. But, I need 7-8 hours. I can get by with 6, but boy, I can't do that for very long. I need 7.5, 8. I do best with 8. That's just me. And this idea that older people don't need as much sleep is nonsense. Absolute nonsense. They're not sleeping well because they may be in pain. They may have all kinds of health issues. They have hormonal disruption and imbalance. It's not that they don't want to sleep. They get up for all these different reasons. And ask any athlete how important sleep is. Can't be a professional athlete like Tim Marr and go out and party all night, get 4 hours sleep, and expect to go do a triathlon. I don't think so. Come back, we'll talk with Tim. See what's on his mind. He's a spokesperson and educator for Nutrex Hawaii. Pretty darn good company. By the way, this show does air in Hawaii, and we are coast to coast. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition with my upcoming guest, Tim Marr. We'll be right back.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com. Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. Neocell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016, coast to coast, including Hawaii, where my guest is. And it's early there. I think that they're 5 hours behind us. It's got to be somewhere around, 6 o'clock in the morning there, 6:30? Tim, what time is it there, man?
5:20.
5:20. What are you doing up talking to me at 5:20 in the morning? Thank you for getting up, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing real good. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for getting up. I remember when I started this show many years ago, and I was brand new, and I didn't, what did I know? And what do I know now anyhow? But I had a guest who lived in Hawaii, and I called him. At 3 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't realize that I forgot all about the time difference. I woke him up. He was pretty gracious.
That's fun.
Yeah. Listen, I want to tell you, the last time we were on, we had a very compelling conversation. I mean, and again, I want to thank you for being so self-disclosive and sharing some of the insights about your family, your father, and your personal life. I mean, that was woven into the narrative. I have to tell you, I have a couple of my pals that are triathletes, and they listened to the show, and they told me how much they appreciated you talking about those kinds of things that we discussed. And
good to hear.
In fact, a couple of them said something on Facebook about it on my Facebook page. So they were very thankful and grateful. And one fellow wanted me to tell you that.
Oh, that's nice. That's good to hear.
Yeah. So it was, Tim, when you do this kind of show, you never know who's listening. Okay?
It's true.
You just never know.
It's true.
How you been?
Good. Really good.
How do you spend your time?
Yeah, I mean,
things that you can tell me on the air. Okay. No, you're a good guy. How do you spend most of your time?
Just balancing out life. That's one other thing, when you do sport, having the right balance of, family, fun, friends, and of course doing what you do and being serious about it, and really just working on balance. Of course, training, pretty often, anywhere from, 3 to 6 hours a day. But at the same time, just keeping yourself nutritionally sound, of course, and then mentally and spiritually, I guess. And there's so many ways to really balance out your life. But that's really how I try to spend my time, is really balancing everything out and being happy throughout a broad spectrum and not just one little area of life.
When you get up throughout the week, I mean, do you have a schedule of training that you follow now? Or I don't know if you're getting ready for a contest or a competition or an event, whatever you call them. Tim's a triathlete. They bike, swim, and run. I'm exhausted just thinking about it. Do you have a schedule? Do you train systematically? I mean, what do you do?
We call it one of the good ways to really train, and what I found to be the most beneficial is what we call periodization. So as you're getting ready for an event, you do anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks of really hard training, and it could be very similar each week in terms of schedule, and you ramp it up, and then you take 1 week recovery, and you let yourself kind of basically absorb all that hard training you did, and then back to another 2 to 3 weeks of hard training again, and you cycle that, and you keep going through that until you get to an event. And usually you'll do anywhere from like 2 to 3 months worth of that prior to a big event.
And you can train as much as 6 hours a day?
Yeah.
So most of the people that are listening to the show aren't triathletes. me included. But I am dialed into fitness, taking care of yourself and being physically active. I encourage it on the show. Anybody will tell you that. What can you share with everyday people that listen and watch this show, for example, that you could share with them, educate them about, teach them about, to support their physical activity? What do you think, what you've learned, all this knowledge and experience that you have, what can you tell them or share with them that would help them do better with their own physical regimen, exercise, activity, or schedule?
You know, one thing I always hear is, oh, I can't do this because my knees or, you know, these certain issues. And of course, a lot of people do have issues that keep them from doing a sport. But the one thing I've learned is the body is an amazing tool, and it will adapt to what you do. And it's amazing how over time, you know, if you're just consistent, you don't necessarily have to go, you know, ridiculous distances right off the bat. But if you just stay at whatever activity you're trying to do, physical activity, your body will adapt. It's an amazing tool that, I hate to say it, I know there's a lot of, you know, people I've known over the years kind of take that for granted and don't let themselves have that dedication to just find something that they like to do physically and let it kind of adapt to that activity, and it will just make, you know, amazing gains. And I've seen it time and time again of somebody dedicating themselves.
No matter there's some physical, no matter some of the physical challenges that a person may have, you find that the body will adapt and accommodate those conditions, right?
Correct, exactly.
When we come back, I'd like to get your take on, and this is a softball pitch, what you think, what role nutrition plays in somebody succeeding at or failing in staying physically active on a regular basis. We'll be back.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by NeoCell, the true science of collagen. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Nutrex Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. Nature's Dynamics, garden to gummy supplements made by Dad. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition 2016. My guest is Tim Marr, Hawaii's Beth triathlete. And Tim's been a regular guest on my show for some time now. And I'm always interested in what athletes do, how they think about what to get in shape, what their approach, because then you can apply it to everyday life. Tim, welcome back. So you had a chance to think about that question, and the question was, how do you think nutrition either supports or undermines a person's regular physical activity regimen? How nutrition might help them keep going or cause them to quit? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge, huge factor. You know, you are what you eat. What you put in your car, like, you know, if you put in, you know, low quality things into your car, slowly your car will, you know, break down and not work as well. And it's very similar to, you know, sport and physical activity. You need to really focus in on bringing in, you know, high quality foods and high quality just ingredients in general, and really helps you perform. I've seen people make unbelievable drastic changes just by making some tweaks in their diet, from previously making a lot of, I guess you could say, bad decisions, and just in improvement, it caused them to perform so much better physically, and they didn't do anything else differently physically. They did everything differently nutritionally. And I've seen that at least a half dozen to 10, maybe even 10 times over the years, and it's an impressive sight when you see somebody make those big changes. But yes, it's such a huge important factor, nutrition.
And of course, you know, we could get into this, but obviously certain foods could undermine a person's motivation to keep training. If you're not, and in a word, and I'll see if you agree or disagree with this point of view, and what I come to understand and know through my courses and coursework and whatnot, and personal experience, is that if a person's, you could be going to the gym, working out, doing all of that, very committed to that, but if your diet is not up to par and not nutritionally rich with vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients, you could in fact lose your enthusiasm and motivation on a number of levels. One, you won't have enough energy, and secondly, you won't be making progress in your effort to become more physically fit. And so the principle that I follow is that you have to be nutritionally fit to become physically fit. And if you're eating a junk diet, consuming a bunch of carbs, not enough protein, not enough healthy fats, I dare say your success at staying with an exercise regimen is probably not very good. I mean, that's not revolutionary, but boy, that's such an obvious thing. But I see it go on all the time, Tim.
I totally agree.
I see it every single day, and people come up to me and ask me what they can do. So I've been training, I'm working, and I just can't make any progress. I don't have the enthusiasm. And I start talking about their diet, and I say, well, and no wonder. So I lost Tim. So he'll come back. This point is very important. I'll repeat it again. If you want to become physically fit, you have to be nutritionally fit. And those two things go hand in hand. Tim, welcome back. I know we had a little connection. One of the things that really demotivates people in staying with a physical activity regimen, exercise program, is joint discomfort. Their joint health is not so good. Nutrex Hawaii, they have some products that could help with joints, right?
Correct, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit, because I get this all the time. Like you were saying a little bit, I'm keying off what you said earlier. People will give you all kinds of excuses. you were implying that why they can't do this and can't do that. My body is this, my body is that. I got joint this, joint that. And one of the most common complaints I hear is I can't stick with it because my joints hurt and my joints aren't in good health. It turns out that astaxanthin supplements by Nutrex Hawaii and the spirulina could help with their joints, couldn't they?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And
it's all associated with joint aches and pains or inflammation. You know, they swell, they ache, and that's what's causing them to, you know, have that feeling of not being able to, you know, do that physical activity. And astaxanthin's proven to fight that, especially what we call self-induced inflammation, which is, you know, caused by physical training, by going out, pushing yourself, or just doing any kind of physical activity and creating that joint inflammation. And it's proven to really fight that issue. And I recommend it to all of. I've coached also for these last 15 years, and I coach pretty big groups now, running clinics and a few other things. And I'm always obviously recommending, you know, all my clients to take that, you know, astaxanthin, because regardless of where you're at, from beginner to, you know, the pro level, everyone's going to face those issues. And, you know, nutritionally, of course, that's one of the key nutrients that I firmly believe in.
Yeah, and the astaxanthin is going to help with inflammation, and typically joint pain it's the inflammation that, because the joints are damaged or whatever. The reason is you have inflammation. The body's trying to heal it, and you got all this inflammation, redness, swelling, and pain. And the astaxanthin will help moderate some of that inflammation. The spirulina, you know, that product is just loaded with nutrients that can support overall health as well as your joint health. I mean, it's just nutrient rich. Do you work that into your? How do you work spirulina into your dietary regimen?
You know, it's a funny story how I really got it in there is I've been using astaxanthin maybe for about 8 years or so, and I went to Asia and I did an Ironman in China. I basically did races in Korea, China, and Japan in a 3-week period, and the races ended up being a lot harder than I expected. Came home back to Hawaii, tried to get back into a training regime, and I was just totally dead and shot and couldn't really get myself going. Did blood work, went to the doctor, found out I was anemic. And we talked to the doctor, talked to my coach, we did some research, and one of the things we realized I needed, you know, I wanted a healthy iron and not just, you know, low quality iron. And another nutritionist actually said, you know, you should double dose on spirulina, and that can have a real good effect. So that's when I started taking it consistently and I took it off and on a little bit and took it real religiously, and within about a 3-month period, I totally bounced back. You know, my anemic period went away, felt good again, and just loved that ingredient after that. And now I've been taking double the dosage that was in 2006, so 10 years now, and I just find that ingredient, you know, amazing.
We'll be right back.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Exclusively from Natural Factors. Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our number one ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body, healthy inflammation response. An ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Canavest, from seed to shelf. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN Health question of the day. Drumming away here during the breaks.
Got to pay attention, man.
Got to pay attention. Pay attention. Paying attention doesn't cost you anything. Think about that. I was talking about, for the LTNL question of the day, I was talking about drinking water. This is a no-brainer, but, my thick head, as I said, it took me a while to habituate myself to drink water, of all things. So there's this new study out of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. And the study was talking about, by the way, there were 18,300 people in the study. They were adults. And they found that the majority of people who increased their consumption of plain water were able to reduce their total calorie intake, as well as their consumption of saturated fat, sugar, sodium, and cholesterol. Here's the question. How much of an increase in consumption of water did they need to do to make all of those benefits happen? 1% increase in consumption of water? 5% increase? Or 10% increase? How much water did they have to increase? How much intake, the consumption, by what percent in order to get those kind of health benefits that I just enumerated? 1% increase in water? A 5% increase in daily intake? Or a 10% increase in daily intake of water? 1, 5, or 10%? 877-897-8255. 877-897-8255. Right answer? You get a bottle of water. No, you get a $25 supplement gift card. You can buy all the water you want then. Tim, welcome back. Have you ever become dehydrated during a competition?
Oh, immensely. I mean, Hawaii is tough. Hawaii is a dehydration capital.
Did you ever get really sick during an event where you became so dehydrated, you cramps, and it was just a terrible moment? Has that happened?
Yes, I definitely. Not a lot, thankfully, but a few times, yes. Yeah.
Do you drink a lot of water every day? I know you're training, so you must be drinking a lot of water.
Absolutely. I think it's one of the keys to overall health is really drinking a lot of fluids and a lot of water. Absolutely, especially in a hotter climate that I live in.
What's the average temperature in Hawaii? 70, 75, 80?
Yeah, I'm closer to 80, I would say, for the year. Summer 90s and winter mid 70s to low 80s.
Are you in a heavy training period right now? Or are you at the beach drinking drinking pina coladas? What are you doing?
I'm in a pretty good heavy training period. Not a lot of racing yet, but that comes soon. It's just around the corner in late March and early April. So this is definitely a pretty intense period of training.
And I got you up at 5 o'clock in the morning to do the show in Hawaii. Oh man,
that's good. I'll be out on the road.
Okay, soon. Let's go to Newport Richey, Florida. Talk to Ron. Ron, welcome to the show. So in this study out of the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, they were trying to figure out, if you get people to increase their water intake, what kind of improvements would you get, and how much do they have to increase their consumption to get some of these benefits? And so they found out that people who increased their consumption of water, their daily total calorie intake went down, and their consumption of saturated fat, sugar, and sodium and cholesterol went down as well. So the question is, by what percent did they have to increase their water intake to get those health benefits? 1%, 5%, or 10%?
I would say 1%.
That's amazing. I thought I would stump everybody. A little means a lot here. Only 1%. That's all it took, and they started to glean health benefits. That's pretty good. It gets pretty hot in Newport Richey, doesn't it?
Yeah. I work outside quite a bit, and I have to put a lot of fluid in me.
How much water do you think you drink a day? A couple liters?
Yeah, I got a large 1 pint thing here. I probably drink, depending upon what I'm doing, like 3 or 4 of these sometimes.
And boy, if you forget to do that, I bet you don't feel so good, right?
No, you get pretty wore out, and then it becomes habit there in the wintertime where I just kind of like water. I'll add a little lemon juice if I have to.
Oh, good idea. Excellent idea. That lemon juice will help cleanse your liver and whatnot. Very good. No, that's great. Well, thank you. Are you out on the road working now, or are you listening on the radio at home or someplace?
No, I'm on the road right at the moment.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, and congratulations on winning a $25 supplement gift card. I appreciate your listenership, Ron. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you so much. And we appreciate you too, Tim. I want to give a special plug to the Spirulina. I think people, if you haven't tried the Spirulina, you want to go with the Nutrex Hawaii's Spirulina. That product is just the way they produce that, grow the crop and whatnot, and produce it at Nutrex Hawaii. It's probably one of the best Spirulina products on the market. And if you're not accustomed to taking it, you can just mix it with water, whatever. But you can add it to your protein and have a protein shake and mix some Spirulina in it. How do you work it in?
It's funny. I take the tablets more than I do anything else.
Oh, do you?
I do the powder some of the time too. I would say though I'm around 70% on the tablets and 30% on the powders into smoothies and shakes and whatnot. But like I said, I'm taking double the dosage, so I might have 5 smoothies a week, and those 5 times I'm using the powder, and then the 7 days, at least once a day on top of the powder, I'm taking the tablets as well.
And if you need a little energy boost, get the Hawaiian Astaxanthin, take that, then start to work in the Spirulina. And you will not, one of my friends who's a triathlete told me, since he's been on the Spirulina and the Astaxanthin, his energy levels have boosted remarkably to the point that when he's training with his other triathlete colleagues and buddies, they notice his performance has gone up. And they're asking him, what did you do? What did you do? What's happening here? How come you're better times on the biking, the swimming, and the running? Yeah, they did some biking the other day. And he said, well, I'm working with my nutritionist. And they said, who is that? He said, I'm not going to tell you. He didn't want them to get better than he is. I'm his nutritionist. So I'm giving you firsthand accounts. One of my athletes that he's doing great with it. Nutrex Hawaii, Tim Marr, thank you so much for your sponsorship, and thank you for coming on to the show, Tim. Appreciate it. Your health is your wealth.